Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this July the 23rd, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about your forecast for Monday and Tuesday. Excuse me. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and a few other products they offer and the storm reports as of today so far. And also, we're going to take a look at Tropical Storm Don and also that other little system, Invest 95L. The odds of it now has dropped to 30-30 at this time now, but I'll have a little bit more detail toward the end of this video. Alright, well, if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Excuse me. Alrighty. As you can see, we got quiet conditions there from Quebec, Canada, to Montreal, Toronto, Canada, all the way down towards Chicago, Illinois, portion of southern Wisconsin. Yeah, southern Michigan and southern Wisconsin. Also some over here in portions of northern portions of Maine as well. Also quiet conditions expected across southern Canada, southwest Canada. Also over here portions of North to South Dakota, Montana, back in portions of Wyoming and the portion of Colorado. Also into Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, portions of Alabama and around the Atlanta metro area as well. Northern Mexico, central Mexico, the Gulf of California. Also over toward Los Angeles, San Francisco area, up toward Oregon. And also in the portions of eastern Washington State, northern portion of Idaho, and western Montana as well. Alright, we got some showers around the Vancouver area, down in the portion of Seattle, Washington, northwest Oregon. We got some critical fire weather issues possible over here in southeastern Oregon, and also northwestern Nevada and southwestern portion of Idaho. We got some popcorn showers and storms expected to happen in portions of Montana, North Dakota, over here towards South Dakota, through Nebraska, also into Kansas, also in the portions of Arkansas, Mississippi, also in the portions of Missouri and Tennessee, also over here in portions of New Mexico, and also just east of Denver. We got more widespread showers and storms over southern portions of central Montana, southern Montana, all the way down into Utah, and also southern California, also down in Arizona. Also right along the Arizona-Mexico border, also in the portion of New Mexico there as well. We got more widespread showers and storms expected over southeast Texas, over toward Houston area, all the way over toward the Panhandle, Florida, down toward the Miami area of Florida and through the Carolinas, all the way to Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York, and Boston vicinity, up toward New Hampshire, also through Pennsylvania, Ohio, and the Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, also into Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, and northern portions of Michigan as well for your Monday. Alright, here's your Tuesday forecast. We got quiet conditions extended from Quebec, Canada to Montreal, all the way across southern Canada, back to southwestern Canada there as well. Scattered, we got more high pressure and control of areas weather for eastern portions of Seattle, Washington, just east of Seattle, Washington, over to portion of Montana, through Idaho, through western Nevada, much of California, down to the Gulf of California, also down in central and southern Mexico, through much of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, down into Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, over toward Atlanta, Georgia, Columbia, South Carolina will be in the fair conditions for Tuesday. Also toward Raleigh, North Carolina, up toward Roanoke, Virginia. Also some areas and portions of West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania there as well, and also toward Philadelphia and Washington, D.C., also with dry conditions expected. We got showers over here in portions of Washington and Oregon states. Also, we got more popcorn showers and storms over here in portions of Montana and South Dakota, Minnesota, and also right on the Canadian border and the U.S. border right along North Dakota, also northern Minnesota. More widespread showers and storms through Montana, through Wyoming, Denver, Colorado, through New Mexico, Arizona, and also northern Mexico, also Utah, portion of Nevada. Showers and storms then for South Texas through Houston, Texas, portion of the Panhandle, Florida, down to Miami, Florida, Florida Keys. Also over here in portion of Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, back over to Missouri. Also more widespread showers and storms over Michigan, towards Chicago, Illinois, to Toronto, Canada, all the way up into Maine, New Hampshire, New York, Boston, New York City, and portion of Pennsylvania there as well for your Tuesday. All right, let's take a look at the weather radar across the nation. We're going to zoom into some locations here. If it'll let me do it. All right, here we go. We got some scattered showers over Michigan, down toward Lansing, also just toward Ohio, also over toward Cincinnati, Ohio as well, and over toward Bloomington, Indiana, also over toward Akron, Ohio as well, also up toward just west of Toronto, also just west of London, toward Rochester, New York, also over here in portion of New York State, just around Albany, a little bit down towards Brookhaven. Also, we're going to try to see if we can maneuver down a little bit further to the south there. So we got some showers and storms. Well, this thing done froze up with me, I see. Sorry about that, folks. We're just going to go on to the watches, warning, and advisory map. That radar's having a little problems there, too. I'm going to have to go back to the other one. But anyway, we got some flood advisories over portions, and also some severe thunderstorm warnings over portions of Virginia, North Carolina. Flood advisories and severe weather over portions of Northeast South Carolina. Got a lot of special marine warning along coastal areas. Also down here in South Carolina, Southeast South Carolina, low country, got some flood advisory there. Heat advisory, excessive heat warning for southern Florida, special marine warning for portions of the Florida Big Bend area and also the Panhandle of Florida. Also more over here in Southeast Texas. Also we got heat advisory for Southeast Texas, also portion of Kansas, also portion of Colorado, New Mexico as well. Also over here portion of eastern portions of Montana, portion of Idaho, and also Nevada, and also Utah as well. Says of heat warnings effect for southern Arizona, western portion of Arizona, southern California, southern Nevada, southern portions of well, these are red flag warnings here for portions of Oregon and Washington State, Idaho, and portions of Montana. Also fire weather watches there as well. Air quality alerts for Minnesota. And also some wind advisory, special weather statements there for portions of Nevada. Also we got some flood advisory for portions of central Arizona. Flood, severe thunderstorm warning for portions of South Dakota. River flood warning also in effect there as well. Alaska, southern side of Hawaii and Chain Island. Gale warning, north side looks A-OK. Storm Prediction Center overview. You can see there's the marginal risk sending from South Dakota, Minnesota, down in the portion of Missouri. Also over here in the Carolinas, slight risk in the Carolinas here as well for severe weather today. There's that scattered activity down here in South Carolina, also along the Gulf Coast, also down in southern Texas, also scattered about over in the western portion of the United States as well. Convective outlook, there's the marginal risk area, slight risk there in the Carolinas. Current watches, none are in effect. MDS discussion, no watches are issued at this time. They're not likely to be issued. Just maybe some strong thunderstorms in that vicinity. Tornado report, we had 0 of them. High wind, let's see, wind report, we had 37, high 0. Hail reports, 8, large was 1, total is 45. And they pretty much occurred in central and northern Florida, southern Georgia, southern South Carolina, northern South Carolina, portion of Virginia, central portion of Ohio, northern Michigan, northern portions of northern portion of Missouri, southern portions of Utah, and central portion of Arizona, Hail reports pretty much just in portions of Illinois, Indiana, and Illinois region. All right, fire weather. The ice will dry across Southern California. Elevated risk over portions of Nevada, Northern California, Northeast California, southern portions of Oregon, and also southwestern Idaho, and a little bit right there in northern Oregon as well. All right, let's take a look at the tropics now. From the National Hurricane Center. We're going to just, let's see, here's a look at Dawn. I'm going to try to get some information on Dawn here real quick. Dawn expected to dissipate tomorrow afternoon or Tuesday. All right, if you're tracking him at home, he is located near latitude 45.2 north, longitude 46.5 west. Movement to the northeast at 15 knots or 17 miles per hour. The maximum sustained winds are 50 knots or 60 miles per hour, and the minimum central pressure is 996 millibars for Tropical Storm Dawn. This system here has had a 30% over the next 48 hours, the next 7 days. An area of low pressure associated with a tropical wave continues to produce disorganized showers and thunderstorms about 700 miles east of the Windward Island. Some slow development of this system is possible during the next couple of days while it moves westward across the tropical Atlantic and eastern Caribbean Sea. The environmental conditions are expected to become less conducive for development by the middle of the week. Interest in the Lesser Antilles should monitor the progress of the system. Like I said, both 48 hours to 7 days, 30% at most. It went from 70 all the way down to 30. So I think, like I said, in my earlier forecast I did earlier, I talked about it would look like it was kind of weakening some. Some of the computer models did keep it weakened. About a handful of them did keep it tropical storm. It still could become tropical storm Emily as it passes into the Caribbean Sea. So, but something we'll have to watch also before it gets to the Leeward Islands as well. Right now, it's currently fighting some dry air in place, and that's currently why it is struggling now at this time. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. Enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing, and we'll catch you back in the next video. Have a great Sunday evening, everyone.